What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here and back here with another Tottenham update. I'm sorry, you guys, if you're already bored of these stories, because I know we are, but we're going to talk about those Christian Eriksen and Dele Alli stories once again.
They rumble on.
They rumble on. So let's start off with Fabrizio Romano, and he says, Inter have firmly told Tottenham that they will need to pay a loan fee if they are to re-sign Christian Eriksen this month. Other English sides have also entered the race to sign the midfielder.
Well, I think he also said that Inter aren't requiring a loan fee from other clubs, only from Spurs.
It's ridiculous.
Which is classic, getting back, maybe this is Levy's tactics coming back to buy him a bit, but... yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they require a loan fee and all that. I wouldn't understand why they would give him away for free. I don't understand that, but
it's just to get some of his wages off the bill. They're literally not using him at all.
Yeah, he started in a cup game. I remember a couple against Fiorentina,
last week. Yeah,
last week. But other than that, he's just not in their plans at all. And this one's going to go. This one's going to rumble to the wire for sure. No doubt about that in my mind. This isn't one that's going to be over until the 31st of January.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. And FC Inter News, I'm not sure how reliable they are, but they've gone on.
I think they're a fanzine.
They're a fanzine, yeah. So they've gone on to say that returning to the Premier League is Christian Eriksen's first choice, and coming back to Spurs would be ideal for him.
Yeah, he sounds like he wants to move.
So why did he leave in the first place?
Because he wanted to try something new. We weren't winning anything, and he'd been with us for 6 years and playing top of his game, and he hadn't won any trophies. He hadn't had anything to show for it. So I can understand why he wanted the move, but the grass isn't always greener, as he's found out. And I think I think this is all his own doing. To be honest, this is all his own doing, because I think. His performances dropped big time for 6 months at least, probably 18 months. If you're being, even though in his last full season his numbers were still strong, for 18 months his performances weren't good, and then he got his move, and his performances have continued. He hasn't improved them, and so it's difficult to reclaim that form sometimes. And he's only got himself to blame. He's only at Inter because his form dropped. If his form didn't drop, he wouldn't be at Inter right now. He'd be somewhere else. So he's only got himself to blame. But look, if he comes back with a renewed motivation and he comes back a very good player, then I'm all for it. But
that's why a loan is the only thing that makes sense, really.
Yeah,
for us. But let's move on. RMC Sport Tier 2. They say that Tottenham Hotspur want to replace Dele Alli with Christian Eriksen before the end of the January transfer window, but Spurs chairman Daniel Levy is reluctant to let Dele leave on loan.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit of an impasse at the moment between what Dele and Jose and PSG want and what Levy wants. I think he's the only one sounds like he's the only one holding up the deal. I can understand his worries of leaving the squad, sure, and I think they're probably fair worries, and Mourinho will probably want someone coming in if Dele leaves. But this one only looks to be heading in one direction at this current time. Seeing as Dele was left out of the squad on the weekend, doesn't sound like he's in the immediate plans right now.
Could have said the same the back end of last season about Tanguy and Ndombele. I think it's quite evident that Daniel Levy was the one that kind of was pushing for him to stay at Tottenham at the time as well. So you never know. Could Dele turn it around?
Look, it's up to him. I think it's up to Dele to turn it around. I honestly do. I think he needs to improve the way he's playing his performances and what he does for the team, because clearly there's a disconnect between what he's doing on the pitch and what Mourinho is asking and what he's doing. So I think, honestly, I've said it before, I think Ndombele is proof that there's always a route back into the team if you apply yourself, and I think it's up to Dele to do that. And, as I've said before, this predates Mourinho. This is a problem under Poch. And whether Dele's got this, his career's got to his head or whatever it is, there's something wrong at the moment, and it's up to him to turn it around. And maybe he needs a low move to reinvigorate himself, or I don't know. He's clean. Doesn't seem to be responding to Mourinho at the moment.
Yeah, I get your point saying it's been 18 months. Even under Poch, this was a problem, but his numbers have always been good,
decent.
I mean, for someone of his age, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. He gets goals, doesn't he? He's a goal scorer. He got 8 goals last season. The season before that, he only got 4, so he didn't exactly do great that season. But he's always a goal threat. But when he's not scoring, he can be anonymous, and I think that's what Mourinho maybe struggles with.
This is the last one we're going to bring you on this because I'm literally very tired of talking about Christian Eriksen and Dele Alli.
It's like someone's new contract, these updates.
I know.
It's close,
it's
then
too
very
much.
close,
It's
then
too
very,
much.
very close, then very, very, very close.
Too much. But this is the last one I'm going to bring you on this update about it. And this is from Le Parisien, tier 2.5 out from France. And they say Tottenham want either a loan or an obligation to buy if they are to lose Dele Alli to Paris Saint-Germain this month.
They want a loan with an obligation to buy. Yeah,
so they either want to get rid of him completely or keep him, basically.
I see. So they don't want a loan deal with an option to buy. They need one. They want a sale or an obligation. Yeah. I see. So they want the money, and I wonder how much they're asking for. Probably between the ballpark of 40 to 50 million, I would assume.
Because if they can get that sort of money in this January, that opens the door for Sabitzer.
It might be worth doing. Might be worth doing if we can get the money. I can't see PSG laying out that kind of money. Just even with Pochettino there, does Pochettino really make decisions around that? Around there, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I guess if we get that amount of money, it's probably worth doing because whether Dele can recapture the form, we're just waiting on it, and maybe we're better off cutting ties.
All right, well, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? Would you rather keep Dele? Would you rather get rid of him this January? Would you want to see Christian Eriksen back at Spurs? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's move on. Another one from Fabrizio Romano. This came a couple days back after we brought you the news that Lamela could be out the door in the summer. It looks as though Fabrizio Romano has pushed back on that and says Lamela will not be leaving Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, I think what he said when we reported that he said he's leaving is that he's always liked it in Italy, Lamela, and with 1 year left on his contract, he could leave in the summer to go back to Italy. But he said he's settled in London, he's happy in England at the moment, and he doesn't want to leave actively. But I think it could be out of his. I reckon it could be a thing where it could be out of his hands whether he leaves or not. Because I think with 1 year left, I don't know if we're going to offer him a contract or not. I can't see it. I don't see the sense in offering him a new contract right now. And if he does have suitors in Italy, it makes sense for us to sell. So if we can get a bit of money for him. So I reckon he still could very well leave in the summer.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's move on to another story. This is from Calcio Mercato, not such a reliable source, but we'll bring it to you anyway. And they say both Tottenham and Liverpool are interested in the highly rated Inter Milan midfielder Nicolo Barella. The Italian has only 18 months left on his current contract.
Oh, so another one maybe in the summer we could definitely be in for. He's a very good midfielder, versatile. He's like a Swiss Army knife can be. Like he can do a lot of things, and he's been one of Inter's best players this season. So if he is available and he's willing to come, then that's definitely one I'd look at. He can definitely play in that double pivot role alongside Højbjerg for sure. So yeah, it's one I'll definitely be excited about, but I wouldn't get too excited about it just yet.
Yeah, and just to let you know that he always, every single game in Football Manager in the last 3-4 years, becomes an absolute superstar.
And FM's usually very reliable, so
yeah, and he becomes a superstar box-to-box midfielder. That's what he becomes. So look, let's move on. Now let's talk about Alistair Gold. And he says, this is actually a story that we brought to you a couple of last week from the Daily Mirror. And this is from Ali Gold now. So we all know how reliable Ali Gold is. And he says, Tottenham have been keeping a close eye on Wigan striker Carl Joseph and want to sign him on a free in the summer.
Yeah, so...
And, well, we don't know much about him, but
no, but he's a
young striker from Wigan.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on... we'll have to wait and see how that one pans out. If he's because he's 19, right? So would he even be involved in the squad if we signed him in the free in the summer? Or would he loan him out? I don't know. Have to wait and see how that one pans out.
Another one from Ali Gold, and he says many people in the Tottenham academy believe that Dane Scarlett could be a star of the future.
Yeah. That's what I've been very impressed with what I've seen from Dane Scarlett. Obviously, he's smashing out at youth level. Whenever he's got an opportunity to show something, a few minutes to the first team, I think he's done really well. So I'm very excited about what he can bring in the future. He's only 16 and he seems to be influencing games. So I'm looking forward to how he develops, Dane Scarlett, and we're keeping an eye on him for sure.
But we have been burnt by kind of seeing youth academy products in the academy, especially strikers, come through the ranks and not really hit it. You know, I remember being excited about Lee Barnard, Jamie Slabber, all these kind of players.
Terry Dixon.
even Troy Parrott to an extent. He doesn't seem to be doing it too much at Millwall just yet, but he's still young, so give him time.
Yeah, give him time. Give him time.
But, you know,
promising signs for Dane Scarlett.
It's very promising signs for Dane Scarlett, but we've seen it all before. Munir El Hamdoual, you know what I mean? We've seen it all before.
Al's a bit different, but yeah. I think, but look, he is only 16, so to even getting in the conversation for first 10 minutes at 16 is very, very impressive. And we'll have to see how he develops, but I'm excited by him.
On the flip side of that, Wayne Rooney started at 16.
But
Lukaku
he's
started at 16.
Yeah, these are anomalies.
Yeah,
these are anomalies.
Yeah, I know.
You know? They were there. Who I think Lukaku was top goal scorer in Belgium at 16, which is a madness. Yeah. I don't know how you do that, but
because his physique wasn't of a 16-year-old, his physique was like of a 20-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully Dane Scarlett can develop in that way, but obviously give him time. You have to be patient.
No, everything I've seen of him has been absolutely amazing, though. I like everything I've seen of him so far. I'm just saying that let's not get too excited and put too much pressure on him just yet.
You don't want to put pressure on him, and obviously he's 16. It's going to take time. You have to be patient, but I'm looking forward to how he develops in the future. I think he's definitely going to be part of the team.
Last bit of transfer news we got is from Sagas Sport out in Turkey. Not sure how reliable they are, but
we got one from Eurosport as well.
From Eurosport as well?
From Danny Ings.
Oh, let me just go through this one, then we'll go to Eurosport. But Sabah Sport, they say Tottenham have received an official offer from Trabzonspor for Danny Rose.
So could this be the end finally?
Finally.
So not from Milan, but Trabzonspor. That's who've definitely made contact. I think it's no good for him sitting in the under 23s and just doing nothing. So I think if we get the offer from Trabzonspor, which it sounds like we have, I think just take it. Whether he wants to go there, he'll probably reject the offer knowing Danny Rose. But I think it's just best for all parties if he gets back to playing football at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing no one any favours him just hanging around the under 23 squad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's just try and get rid. But I mean, if he doesn't go now, he goes in the summer for free anyway. So it is what it is.
He might want to do that, and he might have more options as a free transfer.
Yeah, maybe. But how much of a fee are we really going to command from him anyway?
Less than 5 million.
Maybe even less than 2 million.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, let's move on to Eurosport. And they say Tottenham Hotspur are planning to take advantage of Danny Ings' contract situation at Southampton by making a bid for him in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like he's not signing a new contract at the moment. He's keeping his options open. Exactly what we did with Højbjerg. We started talking to him in January with a view to making a move in the summer. He would be a good signing. He would be definitely a good foil for Harry Kane if we were to get him in. Definitely a good plan B. But whether he would want to come to Spurs with that situation remains to be seen. He might want to move to a club where he knows he's going to be the number one striker, and he definitely isn't going to be with Spurs. And obviously that would mean also Vinicius probably wouldn't be made permanent if that was the case as well. But obviously, if we were to agree a deal with him and he was to come, I'd be very happy with that for sure.
I would love that to happen, but I just can't see it happening.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense for him. It makes sense for us because if he's last year of contract, maybe get a good deal, and he's obviously a very good Premier League striker, which he's proved now for over 2 years. Yeah. So you got to say it's a deal that for sure Tottenham should be interested in, but whether Ings is going to be interested in playing second fiddle to Harry Kane remains to be seen.
Yeah. I can't see that one happening anyway. But let's move on to the last bit of story that we've got. And this is Harvey White has confirmed his loan to Portsmouth till the end of the season. So we just want to wish Harvey the best of luck for the rest of the season. Obviously, Portsmouth are in League One, I believe, and doing quite well in League One this season. So hopefully Harvey can have a positive impact, come back stronger and a better player, because I've been very impressed with Harvey as well.
Yeah, I think it's important for him to get regular first team minutes. I think whenever he's been called upon in pre-season or against Marine or other games, I've been really impressed. I think he's got a really good composed way about him and the way he plays football in central midfield, and I think it's important for him to get those minutes where winning and losing and the game really matters, and his actions have consequences, rather where he plays for Spurs, where he's playing in Europa League or whatever games where we're always going to win whatever side we really put out. So I think it's a great move for him, and I'm hoping he'll come back a better player. And we've got so many youngsters coming through now in through this academy. It's really exciting times, and maybe we're just crossing our fingers we can have a bit of a golden era coming through. You never know. Obviously, they're still very young. You have to go be patient with all of them. But I've been impressed with a lot of the players, the youngsters that have been coming through the youth academy at this point. So I'm really hoping probably Levy will be.
He's got dollar signs in his eyes.
He's like to be lighting up and thinking maybe I can save a bit of dough here if some of them develop into first team starters. But yeah, look, I'm quite excited by a lot of the players coming through, so I want to see more of them.
Yeah, definitely. So good luck to Harvey White. Good luck to everyone in the Spurs Academy, really pulling through at the moment. A lot of players coming through. And we seem to have these kind of centre midfielders on a bit of a conveyor belt at the moment, from Harry Winks to Ollie Skip, now Harvey White.
Yeah, it started with Carol Mason, didn't it?
Exactly.
And they obviously didn't. They went. We've got Winks at the moment. Yeah, we've got a lot of them coming through. So I'm looking forward to them getting involved in the first team setup.
All right, so there you have it. That is the Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding anything we spoke about today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.